Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you a little tutorial inside of CapCut Pro for desktop. There's some really cool features in here, and if you're just getting into video editing, this could be a great piece of software for you to start learning on. I'm actually doing a vlog style video that I've filmed for a company. I'll show you a little bit of it now, and then I'll show you some little tips and tricks just to get you started with some of the basics. So let's dive right in. Right, so here we are inside of CapCut. So as you can see, I've already done quite a large amount of this particular video. If I just scroll through and just give you an idea from the intro what it is that we're trying to do. So in this video, what we've done is we're basically filming from the very start of a project, garden renovation and driveway, all the way through to the finished product. So if you just see the intro here at the beginning, showing people the before, and then obviously as the video goes on, we do some little talking sections, which again I'm going to show you how we edit those.
In this garden in Dorwich, we will be putting in Indian sandstone patios everywhere you can see, with sleeper retaining walls on the blue lines, nice steps up there, nice bench area there out of the sleepers.
So there you go. So basically you can see what he's doing, right? And he's explaining what the process is going to be, and then we go all the way through, and it's basically just updating all the way through to make sure everybody can see the process from start to finish. Now, this is where I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So what we need to do next is get ourselves some music. Now, I'm using some software, or a website rather, called Motion Array. That's where I get my music from. Once I download my music, and I'll do a video on Motion Array another day. But this is the song that I want to use, and I'm just going to drag it straight into this. This is called the timeline for those of you who are totally brand new to video. And we're going to drag that in there. Now, if we scroll across, we can start working. So this is where we want to work from. This is the last video that I added. You can see there it says added. So up here is the next video. So here we go. Let's get started. And I'm just going to talk you through it as I do it in real time. So here we go. Okay, so we've got one there. What we want to try and do is stop it in time with the music. So we go. I think it already pretty much does, so that's okay. That's not a problem. We're going to move on to the next step that has been put in. And this one. If we want to just drag it back, so we're cutting it in line with that line, that's all we do, we just drag it there. I'll show you how to cut a clip shortly. And we got one here. Now, one of the things you can do up here, as you're scrubbing through your footage, we can actually click on it, hit the letter I, and then scrub through some more, and then hit the letter O, and that will create an in point and an out point. So now when we drag it in, we've only got that small section. So there you go, so you see that we've got that. Now what I'm going to want to do is something just a little bit different. Let's look at a bigger clip. So if we take this clip, for example, and we drop that in there. Now we can either clip that like we just did, cut it or whatever, or we can actually come over here, top right, and we can come to the speed option. We're on standard, you've got curve. I'll show you those in another time, but we've got standard for now, and we can just speed this clip up by maybe 3 or 4 times, and let's just see what that looks like. And then we stop it again on the beat, and we just drag it back. It's important to do it to the beat because it just adds more of a synchronicity to the actual video itself, which I think is quite pleasing to the viewers. Now the guys are putting in some block curbs here, so let's get some of this. just preparing things. So we're going to keep going through as we are like this. Then you've got this next section. See, putting it in, preparing it. But that's a little bit slow again, so same as before, we're just going to come up here, we're going to go to the speed tab, we're going to speed it up. If we wanted to slow it down, obviously we could, because we've shot this in 60 frames a second. We're just going to speed that up to about 2.5 times. Let's see what that looks like. And we'll stop it there and we'll cut it back. Now, let's show you how to cut a clip. Let's say you want to cut one. So let's go to this one, for example. Let's just zoom in it so you can see what's going on. Now, there's a few different ways of doing a cut. We can either come up here and actually click on the razor tool, or easier way of doing it is like this. So you can click on it, then you can press the B button on your keyboard, and then it'll open up the razor, and then you can make a cut, right? That's one way of doing it. Press A on your keyboard to go back to your mouse. Now, wherever this line is, if you press Command B, it will make a cut. If I press Command B, it'll make a cut. So that's the way I like to do it. It's just a little bit faster. You'll develop your own workflow. And I'm just going to make a cut in here just to show you. Right. I like that. So I'm just going to go Command B. And then this clip over here I don't need, so I can delete it. Now, this one, you can hear some audio in the background. You can hear the radio playing. We're going to turn the volume of that down. Now, we can do that in one of two ways too. We can either hold and drag the volume down here, or you can come up here into the audio tab, click on audio, and just literally turn down the volume to 0. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. So let me just time that now. That's where I'm going to cut it. I'm going to press Command B, and then I'm going to press delete. Super simple. We've just done a simple cut.
The best horror.
Okay, the lads now are obviously coming all the way down the alleyway, so we want to get that. I don't know how much of that I got, so let's zoom along. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. We're going to do another speed up of this section. For long videos like this, some of the hyperlapse or time-lapse type of stuff is really good. Now, this isn't a time-lapse. This is literally just me speeding up the footage. But because it's been shot at 60 frames a second, it still looks a lot smoother. So we just come in here and we're just going to speed that up 5 times, maybe even more, maybe 10 times. Let's go to 10. And let's see what that looks like. Too fast, so we'll drag that back quite a bit. Now, what about if you wanted to have it fast run for half of the clip, but then you wanted it to slow down? Let's just undo what we just did by pressing Command Z. Right, now we're back to the full clip. But now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to here and we're going to go back up to speed, and this time we're going to hit curve. Now you can choose from one of these. If we hit montage, it'll show you a graph here and you can see what it's doing. It's speeding up, then it's slowing back down, and then it's speeding back up to the normal speed again. So let's just watch that from the beginning. Okay, that's pretty cool. But if you wanted to customize that, you absolutely can. So we can stay in here and we can pull this up to speed it back up again. And we can pull this up. So now we've got the clip going a little bit faster. We can also drag this back so it speeds up sooner. And we can drag this back. Now, if we really wanted to, we could speed it up even more. Or we could even do this and speed it up right from the very beginning so that we've now got a shorter clip. And you've got something different, a little bit more eye-catching, and maybe just a little bit more interesting. And this is the last little clip. I'm just going to drop that in there. And if you did want to do something in slow motion, if you shot it at 60 frames a second, obviously the same rule applies. You would just go into speed, you would just hit custom, or you would go into standard and you would just slow the footage down. Now there is a limit to how much you can slow your footage down to when you're shooting at different frame rates. So we're going to want to go down probably no further than 40, because if you go below minus 40%, you're going to get some lag and it's going to jitter and it's not going to look as smooth as you want it. So there you go. So we've got a nice smooth transition. And we're going to cut that off there. Now, the music, I'm kind of done with this section now. So with the music, we're just going to hover over here. Same thing applies. We're just going to hit Command B and we're going to delete that. But we don't want the music to cut out just suddenly. So we're just going to add a little fade here. If we hover over it, you should see these arrows, and we're just going to add a fade, a couple of seconds. So now the music will fade out. And that's it, guys. That's basically how you can edit together a simple vlog. Now, I haven't taught you anything in particular that's going to be complex of any description. Anyone could do that and dive straight in with it. I'll teach you how to do text and all the different text templates and all the different things in another video. But for now, that's enough to get you started with making some videos. So really no excuse. Crack on with it, have a go, and let me know in the comment section how you find using this software. I absolutely love it. As a pro video maker, I love using this for just real quick and easy projects like this one. This is more like a run and gun vlog style thing. However, some of the pro features are getting really, really good in here now, and I'm finding myself using it more and more to do some of my more professional work, which I will show you another time. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back again with another video really, really soon.